Alex Car Doctor back again with another little tutorial for you guys today. Today's patient is a 2011 Dodge Charger. I'm going to show you what it's doing right now. I'm just going to jump right into it. Alright, let me flip this camera around and show you guys what's going on. Alright, here we are inside the car. Got the car in park. Try to turn it off. Wait a minute, she's not turning off. Getting the message saying vehicle not in park. I got you in park, baby. Come on. So, yes, that's the issue we're having. This vehicle will not turn off. This is actually one of my YouTube customers. Shout out to him. Big thanks to giving me support and, coming to my shop and, dealing with me. So I really appreciate that. So shout out to you. But yes, that's the issue we're having. I think the customer said you literally have to just sit here and play with the shifter, just like I just did there. Just have to keep moving it back and boom, it'll shut off. So the fix for that today, I'm gonna be giving you guys, showing you guys the process of the fix. I'm gonna show you the part now because we couldn't get the part new. Well, we could have, but it just back order and things are all out of whack these days. So we purchased it used. But the shifter assembly, it's a module inside the shifter assembly. Let me take you guys to it and show you. So this is the shifter assembly. I just took it out of its packaging and it looks like it's been sitting outside in the rain. These junkyards, they just don't care. Like, why sit it outside in the rain? Look at this, all wet and stuff. Like, who knows how long it's been sitting out in the rain. That brings me to my other point. The reason that one is malfunctioning, what happens over time, people put, their cup holder and drinks and whatnot, and sometimes they'll spill and they will seep down into this module right here. That is the problem at hand. That's what reads if the car is in park or not. And when that gets wet, this is obviously wet, so it may not work. So frustrating because this guy, he drives 2 hours. He came, 2 hour trip for him. So it's 4 hours round trip. So for them to do this is very frustrating. So what I'm gonna do, oh man, they hacked it up. It can be saved. Just have to disconnect it from right there. So let me give it a shot. Let me put this camera on my head and start breaking it down, and hopefully this thing works. Let's keep our fingers crossed because there's stuff like this I deal with. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, just one of those things. All right, so I'm gonna go and slap this camera on my head. I'm gonna start breaking it down and show you guys what to do to get this thing out. Okay, I think I got everything I need. The first thing I'm gonna do is shine a little light on the situation so you guys can see. Let me see, I'll probably put it right here. The second thing I'm gonna do is grab my flat bladed screwdriver. Let's move that. And pry up, well, I can just pull it up by hand. Sometimes it'll just pull right up. But for you guys at home, all you basically have to do if you don't want to grab it and if you don't have the strength to pull it up, just stick a flat blade screwdriver in there like so. Pry that up. But before you do, you have to remove this shifter. And basically, hopefully you saw that, but screwdriver on top and pry it down. Then there should be a pin in here that I have to pull out. Once I get it out, I'll show you because the camera angles are pretty weird. All right, so there's a pin that slides in right here. Yeah. And that's what locks it in place. Okay. And if this piece falls out, this is where it goes. If it did fall out, it goes right here. That's basically like a shim that keeps the shifter from moving around. So now that we got that out, just put that up there. And there should be another plug right here for the lights on this the shifter to tell you what gear it's in for at night. It's just simply unplug that. Oh, and I'm blinding myself. Alright. Alrighty, so the next thing I want to do, what I'm going to try to do before I actually replace this shifter, I'm going to try to unplug it and actually test it before I actually replace the whole unit, because like I mentioned before, that one came from outside and I didn't like that. I don't know why they did that, but it kind of made me mad. So I'm going to unplug it and see if it works. So let me go ahead and do that now. And if it does work, I will resume the removing of the shifter and show you guys how to do that. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, I have this shifter connected. I'll give a demonstration. So it does go through the gears. You know, the gear selector works. And the most important thing, let me zoom out. Voila, okay. So I don't know if you saw that, but I do have it connected. Despite it being rained on, it still works. Look at that. This is the main concern. You can turn the car off. So I wanted to do this before I put the shifter on, because the last thing I want to do with Alex the Car Doctor is charge a customer for a part that doesn't work, and I clearly saw it came from outside. So that was a big red flag. So despite, you know, where it came from, the part still works. I still able to turn it off, and you know, if I can get the key to crank the car back up, it turns off, turns on just perfectly fine. So the customer is going to be very happy with that. So now I can proceed with the changing out of the shifter assembly here. Now the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna show it on camera, but I'm gonna take my vacuum and vacuum up in this area, because it's a lot of debris down here, and that, like I mentioned before, that's what kills these shifters assembly. Debris, Coca-Cola, dirt, just over the years of use, that will take them out. So that's the next thing I'm gonna do off camera, and I will start the process of taking the shifter assembly out and changing it out and showing you guys how to do that. Alrighty, I'll be right back. Alright guys, what we decided to do, I talked with the customer and explained my concerns about the wet shifter. It was looking like I was gonna have to scrap this video, but I still think it'll be helpful for you guys at home who run into this issue. So back to what I was saying, I explained to the customer that I felt very uncomfortable installing that used shifter assembly, because it's gotten water damage, and that's the main reason we're changing this one. You know, people using their cup holders, stuff spill off into the center console, gets down in that module, causing things to stick and not making good contact. So what we decided to do is not put that one in there and order a new one from the dealership. Of course, that doesn't fix his immediate problem. I'm gonna get to the fixing the problem in a little bit. I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm gonna do. But he's gonna order one from the dealership because it's on back order, unfortunately. So he's gonna buy one, wait for it. In the meantime, what I'm gonna do, because this gentleman, he just explained to me that everybody goes to work, right? No surprise there. He literally had to clock into work, come back out to try to turn off his car. It took him about an hour to get his car to turn off properly. So that's just unacceptable. So what I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna show it on camera because this is not the proper way to do it. The proper way is to replace the shifter. What I'm going to do is take the shifter out and open up that module and clean it down and lube it up with some dielectric grease for good contact. I'm gonna see if that's gonna work. And if it does, I will come back and showcasing it, showing you guys that hey, it did work. It did work. And if it don't work, I still like, hey, this didn't work. Only way to replace it. Now, as you saw, the old shifter did in fact work, but as I explained to him, when water hits the stuff, sometimes it take a while for corrosion to set up. So I don't want to put it in there and a couple of days down the road it's not working again. So that's the plan of attack here, good people. Let me go ahead and remove that module and do my little quick fix. Well, not quick because it's kind of tedious. Guys, I promise on the next charger I will show you guys how to remove this shifter assembly, but just not this time. Yeah. All right, good people, I will be right back. All righty, just like that, got everything put back together. All right, I haven't tested it yet, so this will be my first time starting the car and giving it a shot. So let's do that after I get it started. All right, so let's make sure it goes in all the gears. This little thing right here is being funny. Turn the radio off. Alright, so this is the only, probably gonna have to take that back up and fix it because it's not doing right. I'll fix that later, but the moment we've been waiting for. Let's see if the car cuts off. So as of right now, we don't have any symbols saying ship to park, so it should turn off. Wow, look at that. Just to show it's not a fluke, I'm gonna do it a couple more times. Turns right off. No more playing with the shifter. So, voila, good people. That is all she wrote. Damn. Turns off without any problems. Just getting it back started, that's the problem. All right. Okay, so I just gotta fix that. I'll fix that in a little bit. Now, that was just, I touched it, so it will probably be a permanent fix, but just to be on the safe side, I still recommend him go out and buy a brand new shifter. Even though I kind of rebuilt that one, I still recommend him going out and get a new one, just to be on the safe side here. But that wraps it up for this little quick video. It didn't quite go as planned, but like I always tell you guys, hey, you know, none of this stuff is scripted. You know, I just put the camera on my head and, you know, go for what I know. All right, that wraps it up on this 2011 Dodge Charger. Guys, if you like this video and if it helped out any, give it a thumbs up. Like I mentioned before, this customer did drive 2 hours to come see me. So, you know, I was very happy that I was able to help him out today. Also, if this video really helped you out, I have a super thanks button that you can donate $2 and, you know, buy a mechanic, your favorite mechanic a beer. You know, I would greatly appreciate that. After a hard day's work and all this good content I provide for you guys, you know, hook a brother up. All right, guys, see you guys on the next video. Alan Scott out.